All right, do you know where you stuffed your college senior paper, your thesis perhaps? Did you put it into storage? Did you throw it away? Well, Barack Obama says he doesn't know. But for a group of investigative journalists and conservative bloggers, this 25-page MIA paper could be the holy grail of this entire campaign. The title of Obama's paper was Soviet Nuclear Disarmament, and it was written at the height of the Cold War in 1983. The search is the hot topic right now on MSNBC's Deep Background blog. NBC News senior investigative producer Jim Popkin trying to get to the bottom of all of it. Well, why? Who cares about his senior year college paper, Jim?
Well, that's a legitimate question, I guess. But anytime you have a missing document, a document that journalists and political critics can't find, it creates a lot of intrigue, and that's what's happened here. This was not technically a thesis type paper that Obama spent a year working on in 1983, 25 years ago at Columbia. And as you said, Contessa, it had to do with Soviet nukes. Senator Obama yesterday said he doesn't have a copy. Columbia never had a copy. And Senator Obama's former professor, who gave him an A, by the way, on this paper, said that he had a copy, but he no longer has one.
The professor, for his part, says U.S. policymakers in both political parties at the time, the aim was not disarmament, but achieving deep reductions in the Soviet nuclear arsenal and keeping a substantial and permanent advantage. As I remember it, the paper was about those negotiations, their tactics, and chances for success. It was a course in decision-making and how decisions got made. None of the papers in the class were controversial. Why isn't that the end of the matter for these conservative bloggers?
Well, two reasons. One, I guess, it's the old adage, trust but verify. We don't have the paper, so it'd be nice to be able to see it. And it may be true that if you looked at this paper, it may be benign, maybe even boring. But I guess one other thing that's created a little suspicion about this is that the professor is a campaign supporter and clearly a big fan of Senator Obama's, and no one's accusing him of being dishonest. But again, trust but verify. If they had the document, I think these conservative bloggers in particular would feel more satisfied that there is really nothing here, and that it's just another college thesis.
All right. I know that you and I both are getting emails from the Obama campaign on this, and I wanted to give them a chance to say their voice. Here's what we heard from Press Secretary Bill Burton. He says, quote, "The absurdity of spending any time discussing this issue on television at all makes it difficult to even respond to what you've done. Even presenting a balanced argument of what is such a specious story does not do justice to the ridiculousness of giving this any oxygen whatsoever."
I would just say that based on the comments that are coming in, we did this as a blog item yesterday on Deep Background, many people, especially people who are supporting Obama, strongly agree with Bill Burton on this. However, many other folks, independents and clearly critics, say they think it is a legitimate angle to pursue. They would like to know what was in this document. And again, it's all about anytime a document is not out there, but
Right.
It is, it creates a lot of intrigue.
I don't know if we know it is, because after all, we took informal poll in the newsroom, and everybody's raising their hand saying, yeah, I don't have any of my college papers at all, and if I did now, I'd probably be selling them on the internet and making some money off of it. That's an investigative story for a whole nother time. Jim, thank you.
Thank you so much.